What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as y'all can see, we got my boys on the screen again, Hakima and Tap. Boys, how y'all doing, man? How's everybody going?
Oh, we good, man. Thanks for having us again.
I appreciate
Always a pleasure to be on Get a Bucket.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate that. Tap, you still rolling with your show too?
No, we haven't made a show in. I think like the pandemic killed us. Just knocked us out, took us out.
Okay, I got you. I was about to say get your boys a plug too there. But you know, I'm glad you on the show. Then bring your expertise to this here show because I
Yeah,
mean
glad
they
to
might have
be
been
here.
bringing you down a little bit. They might have been bringing you down. You come on the show a little bit, show some love, and get a bucket crew. You know we try to do some big things out here. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we do like to gab and talk and whatnot. But today we're gonna get right on into it because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, with that being said, fellas, y'all know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna ask one of y'all a question. If y'all got anything else that you want to add to what they say, all right, we are back. So, look, y'all know how that last segment went. So, hopefully, we can get it popping with this next segment. I almost want to save them for last because I'm being selfish right now. But you know what? I got to go in the order that I wrote it. The Pacific Division. Here we are. So, I got to talk about this team first. You know how we do. The Kings.
Hockey team?
Nah. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be.
Oh, I didn't know, man.
See, it's people like you. That's why they played so well this season. That's why they played so well. So look,
Doubters.
we were number 3 this year. We were number 3. Hakima, I'm gonna slide this your way since you said something. Can we get a repeat performance by the Kings? And when I say repeat performance, maybe not number 3, but can we get a top 6 like seeding from this Kings team?
Oh, man. It's funny, man, because you were saying the Kings. I really thought you kept doing the Lakers thing. So
I
I
know
thought
that's
you
why
were
I was debating.
really putting it off. But yeah, so yeah, I think they can, man. I think they have a good like regular season type team. Um, I think they'll be better. They can have a better regular season because I definitely think the regular season is easier than the playoffs.
Right.
Where you come into the playoffs doesn't really matter as much. Depending because a lot that has more to do with your experience and how
Mhm.
well you can do there. But I think regular season, like they'll probably have a good record as long as Aaron Fox and Sabonis out there playing, Murray's out there playing. They had a few other solid core guys with Williams. So I think they'll do well, and I think they'll have a better regular season than like the Suns. They'll have Kevin Durant will miss like 25 games, and so I don't think the Warriors will have a great regular season run. Um, Only thing people I can see coming ahead of them are Denver, and everyone else is kind of like a toss up. Memphis is Ja's gonna miss a lot of games.
Mhm.
Clippers are gonna miss a lot of games.
It's not the Clippers. It's Kawhi.
Well,
And Paul
Paul George
George.
too. Yeah.
Oh, PGB
And
there.
maybe Westbrook.
PGB there trying to hoop. Like I don't want to get. Yeah, it's Kawhi. Kawhi, the face of the program.
Like Westbrook, Powell, Batum.
Now they got a
Bunch
squad.
of
But I
people
ain't gonna
missed
lie. Now,
games
it's
last
just
year.
about health. It's just about health with them. But I get you though on that one. So then when we say are they gonna repeat? And I'm glad you said a regular season, Akima, because if y'all don't know, that's low key like a slap in the face. It's an okay-ish compliment, right? So like tell. You feel like these boys gonna get out the first round? Because I mean, look,
Uh,
ladies and gentlemen, they got to a game 7 against the
no,
Warriors.
I don't think they do. It's just tough. Like a lot of the older teams, a lot of these older teams are just gonna like you have a lot of teams that aren't gonna do as well during the regular season. They're gonna end up playing some juggernaut that's been injured all year, the first round. Because they're gonna be that 2 or 3rd seed. They're gonna catch your Lakers, your Clippers, your Suns, your Warriors, and it's just not their time to get past those teams yet.
Mm,
Like, I
okay,
don't know.
Sometimes I feel like people are really sleeping on De'Aaron Fox, man.
I'm
Like they really
Mr. Clutch.
like
Like, come
crazy.
on now, like, hey, and
I
and,
mean,
and
I think
bonus is
it's
back.
about his development too.
You said who?
It's about his development too. Like if he takes a step this year, but he's been taking steps every year, like adding to his game. If he
Yeah,
does that this year, like who knows what'll happen.
Yeah, like and on top of that too, don't sleep out on my guy Keegan Murray. All
yeah,
right, like he did his thing. Summer league, he showed he did not belong, and I'm tired of NBA coaches
yeah.
put a young stars in these programs that don't matter. Like summer league does not. If he got hurt, you know how pissed y'all would have been. Like stop doing that, NBA players, NBA coaches. But yeah, no, I like the Kings. I do think they can do a nice little squad. But I'm not. I'm not gonna be surprised if they lose in the first round. I'm not gonna slight them. Um, it happens.
And it's just I don't think these teams have fallen off enough yet. Like I think the Warriors are still solid. I think the Lakers are tough.
We're
It's
interesting. We're
tough.
interesting. Yeah.
I think the Suns are tough in a series. I
I,
don't know how you beat that team in a series unless you're Denver, maybe Milwaukee, maybe Boston. But
I would put my money on the Kings right now. Like if they played the Warriors again, just adding a year of playoff experience to
mm,
De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, like
mm,
I would take them against the Warriors.
okay.
That's just my personal take.
Okay, okay. I would say from a revenge factor, if the Kings beat them, I'm not mad. I see how that happens, but I might still go with the Warriors from this standpoint of Andrew Wiggins is back. Steph is still gonna be Steph, and then you get CP3 to run that second unit. So I'm expecting Jonathan Kuminga to have a nice little couple games too. So I think from a depth and experience perspective, if they face the Warriors, they might struggle, but they do have the horses to make it interesting and get over that hump too. But again, I would put my money on the Warriors. So, but like the Kings, they're not bad. They're just not the Kings of the Pacific Division just yet. Actually, now that I think about it, the Warriors could be the kings of the Pacific Division. Damn, because these boys really have been running things for a little while.
they
My
just lost
question,
last year. They can't be the Kings.
well, I mean, they also won the championship the year before, so respectfully, I mean, I mean, it's cool. You also did again. Andrew Wiggins was gone for a while, so we didn't really beat the Warriors. We beat Steph and them. That's how I viewed it. But it's still, a W is a W for me. But they did lose Jordan Poole, right? Um,
Good riddance.
That's tough. Who does start off with
I don't
last?
know about that.
Kima. So
Uh,
you look like a Wizards fan. So like, how do you as the Warriors replace pool party production? So how do you do that? Because CP3 he older, right? I don't know if he's gonna give you that same 20 points a game spark that J Pool might be able to provide. Like, might be a little tough. What you thinking?
Like you gotta let Moody and Kaminga figure it out. Like you
You got
committed
him.
to them, you gotta let them figure it out. Like
You believe in them figuring it out. That's my
yeah, I do. I do.
okay.
I feel like both of them are nowhere near their ceiling. So you
Okay.
gotta let them explore, figure out what they can do.
Okay.
Like stop trying to replicate Steph when Steph's off the floor. I feel like that's where they fell into a trap with Poole because he started playing like he's Steph, and it's just a lot of bad shots, a lot
Mhm.
of really bad shots. Just get creative with your offense. Try and find ways for those two guys to succeed.
Okay. Okay. Now I can see that. Akima, do you agree with Emetep, or do you feel like they're not going to be able to replace Jordan Poole's production, and that's what's going to ultimately derail them? Or one thing.
yeah, I think they're gonna miss him, especially in the regular season.
Mm,
He hasn't really played that well in the playoffs either the last 2 years. But I think to get you to those 50 games, 50 wins that you need, like he's a valuable contributor.
mm,
But maybe Moody can step up some, fill some of that void. And I always think it's funny they talk all this about like Chris Paul unlocking Jonathan Kuminga. So
waiting for it. I'm waiting
see how
for
that
it.
goes.
Like, look,
I mean, but like, what is he gonna do? Okay, once you hit him on a pick and roll like 4 times a game, like, is that
Chris
really
Paul's
how
about to take 16 footers from the elbow.
you said
And
what?
you taking
that's a
16 floaters? Chill out. Wow. Like one, the spacing on the floor is gonna be ridiculous. We're gonna get Kaminga having like a lob or two on average. I'm thinking at least 12 points a game. Moses Moody probably a little 8 point something slight. Um, CP, I can see like 12, 10 to 12, but give me like 8 assists. Like that should have been what Jordan Poole was doing last year, personally, especially in the playoffs. So I agree with you, Akima, from a standpoint of the regular season. you might miss him also if Steph goes down. I think Jordan Poole was either a starter or a sixth man. Like that, it shouldn't have been a starter if Steph was on the floor. Um, that was my take on him always. So I think now it's a little bit more balanced on that team. So like, come playoff time, I think it'll be beneficial. But you still will miss his production. You know, I don't want to try to make it seem like he won't valuable. End of the day, he's still a champion. He still mattered to that team. So I want to pay my respects to Jordan Poole. Oh, dang, that's actually sounded bad because I really made it sound like he died when in actuality he's just on the Wizards. Like that's just it. It just goes to show you, man. We just really don't like Wizards out here, bro. Y'all got to tighten up. Y'all got to
Yeah,
tighten.
it's not death because you can be reborn, you know. But
That
I
is
see what
true. You can get another paycheck. So Jordan
you
Poole, you
mean.
got an
Yeah,
opportunity.
man.
You got a really good opportunity right here, champ. But if you know if the Wizards don't work out, you can go. You can come to my Lakers. You can come to my Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Something like that's a good little transition right there.
No, it's actually there's like a Wizards to Lakers pipeline.
Yeah, 'cause we
I
got
don't know if you
Rudy.
noticed this.
Um, actually, who else we get?
KCP, Westbrook,
We get
Hachimura,
KCP.
Bryant,
No,
Brown,
no, 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 no. Bryant went to y'all from us.
and came back.
Yeah, but I mean, still, though, that's a boomerang. That's not. I'm not gonna give y'all that one.
Okay. All
I'm not
right.
gonna give y'all that one. Yeah, no, we just kept
All
that
right.
one in the back.
Kwame Brown, if we want to take it back a little
I
bit.
don't really want to take that one back personally. Actually, I want to take that one back. Let me take that. Actually, no, I have to keep it because then we get
Hey
penalized.
man, you better be careful talking about Kwame Brown on here. Get that mama's cooking. It could go
Oh,
viral.
Hey, Kwame, please make my show go viral. But I ain't mad at
Call him
you,
a
man.
bus, man. Call him a bus.
Hey, look, I'll call you whatever you need. No, no, actually, I won't. No, I won't. Nah. Sounded wrong when I said it. I was like, nah, no, couldn't even get that whole statement out. But look, my Lakers, though, my Lakers, from a guard perspective, we looking a little tricky. Because I like balance on my teams. We got D'Lo and Reeves. When I say balance, I like someone to be solidly offensively minded and someone solidly defensive minded. And I don't think I have that in both players. So do y'all think one, we can start these two? And if you don't think that, who would you rather have come off the bench, Austin Reeves or D'Angelo Russell? Akima, we'll start it off with you.
I say I'd rather have Reeves coming off the bench, and I probably would finish the game with Reeves. But I would have him finish the game, you know, like finish the halves in the game, because I think like I think they're about equal, right? And but Russell, if you don't start him, he's not gonna play as well, you know. So you want him out there, you try to get him going, and you bring Reeves in for either guard spot. And, but I think he's the one like you count on. But if you want to get the most out of both of them, I think you got to start Russell and bring Reeves on.
Okay, okay. Tap, you shook your head, so I'm sounding like it seems like there's a little bit of agreement with you. Is there anything that you want to say that was different than what
No,
King?
no, just Russell's a better shooter off just from break. So if he's cold, you'll see early in the game. And
Mhm.
like I feel like that dictates how much he plays.
Right.
Like if he's hot, let him cook. But if he's cold, go with Reeves.
Okay. Okay. See, my only trepidation with D'Lo, bro, is the fact that like he can't really run the flow like I need him to. But that's not necessarily on him. I think it's because of the fit with LeBron James, like that. Like it it's weird. I think Braun needs more of a role player, and I don't view D'Lo as a role player. Granted, Braun can play
Nah,
with bars, don't get me wrong, but right now, I'm looking at Braun like, all right, he pairs well with Austin Reeves. I personally think Austin Reeves is a role player. Like, I think Gabe Vincent is about to get unlocked a little bit. Gabe Vincent is a role player. But D'Lo, I've seen D'Lo lead the Nets to the playoffs. Not nothing special, just the playoffs. But it was a young Nets team. We didn't think anything that was gonna pop off that. And when you that leader, you get that sort of green light where you can mess up and whatnot. But on this Lakers squad, he playing that third fiddle role, so it's a little bit different. So I would rather have D'Lo start. I think he is better than Austin Reeves right now. But then also from an Austin Reeves standpoint, if we're gonna keep him around, I'd rather him come off the bench, earn that starting spot later on, because right now against the second unit, you can at least learn how to be the guy and then transfer that to the starting unit if you are going to ever be that guy, or at least you'd be comfortable getting your shots and reps up, which I think, he might have done so in the playoffs last year too. But on the second unit, I think it's going to be a little bit easier, especially when we got tape on them now. People are going to be playing them a little bit differently. So I personally would rather have Austin Reeves off the bench. So I agree with y'all. But it is tough because I will say D'Lo can get cold, and it's so heartbreaking, man. God, it's so irritating.
That's his game. Like he shoots so many jumpers, and when it's not going down, he's not really doing much else. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like LeBron is like, man, you don't need the ball in your hand, man.
but like
Just shoot when I give it to you.
he got to be more of a scorer. But I think D'Lo also wants to be a facilitator as well. Like when he came out of college, he was supposed to
Loves
be that
passing.
that dimer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
don't.
some quote about passing players open his rookie year. I don't know. It was beautiful. Gotta look that up.
Yeah,
Passing.
the quote was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to show me that one. I might have missed that one. I might have missed that one. But I ain't want to talk about my boys too much because I could go all day about my Lakers, good and bad. So let's go on to the other side of the oh my God, of LA. We got the Clippers. Um, Kawhi, PG. Are they gonna participate in load management again?
Who knows, man? Who
Who knows?
knows? For the past, I want to say 8 years. How long they've been there? I've been saying if they're healthy, they're the best
Yeah.
team on the planet. I don't know how long they've been there. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time.
He gets like 5, right?
It's got to be. I think this is their fourth because they came there 2019. Yeah, so 4 or 5, 4 and 5
Yeah,
overall. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. If they're healthy, best duo on the planet. Who knows if we'll ever see them play together at any
best
point
duo on the planet is
in the
in.
future or the past?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So if y'all on FanDuel right now, how much money would y'all comfortably put down that they both don't participate in load management this season? They play 65 games actually.
yeah. Neither of them will be eligible for all NBA teams.
That's
Just
Yeah, I would only put money in them not doing
yeah,
that. They're not
but
doing 65 games.
probably not gonna win that much if you go that route. You got to put a lot. And get just letting you
Yeah.
know that. I'll say this. I think PG might actually play more than 65 games. Like I'll give him that. Kawhi, you kind of lost me, champ. I'm sorry. Like I see you in playoffs, but yeah, I think PG might wanna rattle off about 65 plus. I could actually see that. I really could. But we ain't got no much stock in y'all. I wanted to see them in the final for a while. Hurts. It is what it is.
I feel like at this point, like I'm at the point where I'm like, these injuries are real. Like there was a point where I was like, oh, y'all just aren't playing through stuff. But at
Yeah.
this point, I'm like, these injuries are just real. Like,
Yeah, but you see them too in the offseason. At least Kawhi, he's supposed to have been like getting stronger and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, so he
yo,
about to be ready.
they are both beasts when they're playing. Like
Yeah,
they both still have it.
just
But
hoping they can
yeah,
stay injury
playing like
free.
10 games at a time.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But we got to see what happens with that one though, because they always get injured. Speaking of injuries, though, speaking of injuries, on the Phoenix Suns, right? They do have a couple injury bugs themselves. All right, you got Bradley Beal. He was injured for a little while last
Bradley
year.
Bill is well rested.
Yeah.
Well rested.
His Cammy, apparently, at least that's what they said. He was on my fantasy basketball team, and he kept messing me up all throughout the season. That bum. So like, yeah, nah, he better have been injured, not some rest. Like, nah, champ.
Bradley
I
Bill
think
was
he's
in
just on
perfect
ice,
health
man.
last year.
I think he was just
Perfect.
on
You said Bradley Beal rest.
he was just on ice doing yoga, Pilates, and strengthening his tendons and joints.
Hey, well, that sounds nice then for the Suns because then he might not have been injured really. But D Book did get a little injured, hammy little
Yeah.
situation, and then KD, this brother has been injured pretty much since he left the Warriors. So like with all those injuries, right? Someone may have to carry the team. But on this Suns team, though, they got a lot of talent. So who gonna be the leader of this team? Like that's my Akima. Let's start with you. Who do you view as the leader of this Phoenix Suns team?
I feel like it's easy. KD is the leader of the team. Like he's the I'd say he's the alpha of the team. And the
Mm,
leader doesn't not necessarily have to be the best player. You know what I mean? Like it could be some veteran. and I think they need that because I think this is a terribly constructed team. I think Booker, Bill, and Durant is not a very smart pairing of stars. Like everybody's they play the same, and you need like kind of like a hard nosed guy that's going to get to the basket. So I mean, so I don't really think this is
We
a
don't,
great pairing. I mean,
we
and
don't think
the injuries, I think the injuries, two of them are great. So the fact that one of them will probably be hurt most of the time, will probably help them out.
Mhm. So we don't think D Book going downhill, trying to attack the basket. Like I've seen that brother go downhill before. I feel like you're trying to throw a little colorism in there, man. You're trying to make it seem like all the light skins just do is shoot.
I
That's
feel
right.
like
That's
Bill's
right.
crazy good going downhill too. Like I
I
don't
like
know.
Bill more as a shooter, but he can go downhill, bro.
I
Just it's
feel
just
like
that.
he's better going downhill than as a shooter. I feel like his shooting's always
But
been
in
overrated.
comparison to D Book though, D Book 6'5", a little stronger, a little stockier. He also younger, might be a little bit more athletic. If I'm thinking of somebody who's gonna go downhill, I got D Book attacking with Bradley Beal running the one, and then I got KD just pick your spots, champ. AD and then Aiton, hey dog, just set a pick and roll, dive hard, get a little pop game going too, because that mid range is gonna be there for you. Bowl too. Shout out to you because you're gonna be able to get some things done on that squad also. So I
Oh,
mean,
I love Bobo.
you what?
I said I love Bobo, man. I
The
can't
fact
wait.
that you don't, I was about to be hurt. Like, keep it
Nah, man.
low, bro.
I
No,
used to be talking crazy, like, man, pick Bobo instead of Zion, man.
hey, no, 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 no.
We got him more minutes.
Yeah,
That
but
might,
then he
Got
got
him more
hurt his
minutes.
freshman year at Oregon, so
nah, but I mean, I
hopefully.
get it though from a talent perspective. I can understand why you might say that. I'm just going Zion.
Yeah.
But Bowl is definitely tough though. Bowl is definitely tough. But Isaac, you said KD for the leader and Tep. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Like he just has the biggest personality, and I don't know, he's really good at basketball.
Yeah, but so is
So
D Book, and D Books has been on that team since he got to the NBA, and I think he might have a little bit more ownership. Like it's interesting you said KD's the alpha, because I would have thought D Book might have been the alpha. Although I did see D Book say, "Hey, KD is the only All Star on the team," so I saw a little deference go to him.
KD's his idol. Like KD is an idol to Book.
Say I think Kobe's his idol. Come on now, you better
All
pay
right,
respect.
he's up there though.
Don't do that. But no, he rocked with KD though. So okay. So if they win the championship, KD is a leader. Like we can verify KD as a leader now, or not with this team.
Yeah, I think you can, man. Because I don't buy into all that stuff that people try to say about him on the Warriors and Steph
Mm,
team or his team. But it's really 12 people's team, so it's not
Yeah.
like
12 to
so I
15, yeah.
don't know.
I
So
feel like
yeah, but
KD was a leader on the Nets. Like the
No, he
Nets were a
was.
circus, and
Yeah,
all he did was show up, hoop, and say, "Can y'all please come and hoop?"
yeah.
yeah,
Like,
And people forget too, they were highly seeded a lot of the times when he was healthy playing. Like they were
yeah,
number one, number two in the East and the NBA. So I mean, people forget
he was
about
a
KD sometimes.
toe away, a toe away.
Yep, exactly. Or that mandate, I'm gonna get started. It's gonna get tricky. Yeah, we gotta transition. We gotta pay some bills real fast, ladies and gentlemen. I done had these boys on for a little long, so I'm gonna try to shorten up this next conversation, this next division, because ain't nobody really care about them. Nah, I'm playing. We're gonna talk about the Southwest next though. But like I said, we got some bills to pay real fast, so we'll come back in a moment. But hope y'all having a good one. But fellas, I greatly appreciate y'all. We did cover the entire West, and we did it in an hour and some change. So I appreciate that. But before we go, do y'all have anything you want to say for the closing up shop?
nah, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for inviting me to the Get a Bucket podcast again.
I appreciate you coming on, my boy Tep. You want anything? You got anything you want to say before we close?
Nah, man, just thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
Nah, I appreciate y'all boys coming on and taking time out of y'all busy day. As you can see, they both got stuff going on in the background. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all boys get back to it. But
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host. Get a bucket. Hope you all having a good one. Take care. Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel,
Follow the IG account. Share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.